Good afternoon. Let's pour some mini diffusers for testers. I'm very excited to get these poured and labeled so I can get them shipped out to my test groups. Let's do it. First things first, we have to unpackage all of these. A little annoying, I know. Okay, we're finally done unwrapping all of these. Excited to share that I finally got my labels printed. Well, let's label these diffusers. Okay, while I wipe these down with just a little alcohol to make sure everything is clean, I'm also making sure the caps are on securely and double checking that there's no cracks in the lids or the beads. Getting these labels printed was definitely challenging for me because it's not something that I have done before. Particularly like alignment and things like that was a whole new can of worms for me. But considering this is my initial run through for feedback, I'm pretty happy with how these turned out. I'm sure there'll be some minor changes here and there. I've already spotted at least one thing that I'll change, but it's totally workable for this batch of testers. No big deal. Luckily, I do have extra, so the nice thing is they peel off nice and clean. So, okay, it's not super duper perfect, but pretty good. If you make mini diffusers and you have a good way that you know of to make sure these labels go on straight and the front and back label are like, equidistant to each other on both sides, you let me know, okay? Help a friend out. Also, if you happen to be a mom and you're stopping by this channel, thank you so much. If you are also going through the 2-to-1 nap transition, leave me a comment below. Let's show each other some love and support. Overall, I cannot complain. He's really adjusting pretty well. And I'm very proud of him so far, but let's give each other the recognition and support that we deserve, because Going through nap transitions is definitely rough sometimes. This one actually had a cracked cap, which I noticed yesterday afternoon when I was labeling a couple of these for like a quick content situation. So I need to replace the cap for this one. I feel like it would be really easy if I didn't have to put a rear label on, but it's my understanding that you need to include use disclaimers and warnings on the product, which is understandable. And we want to be compliant, so we're going to do that. It's getting the labels to match, like front to back, you know what I'm saying? Side to side, making them equidistant, that I find challenging. I'm really excited about these diffuser fragrances, both for these and for the full size eventually. They're the same like product family, by the way, so especially this one, because I almost did not include this fragrance. I'm calling it Known, which I'm so excited about. I love this little pink label. Definitely is like a feminine type fragrance. And I almost did not include this one, and I'm shocked at myself, but it ended up back in the family, you know, by a miracle, by the grace of God. He was like, this needs to go in. And I was like, you know what? You're right. It is such a good fragrance. I have it downstairs in a reed diffuser in our bathroom, and I love walking in there and smelling it. But it's definitely hard to choose a favorite. All of these fragrances are 10s. Hey guys, so it's been several days or maybe even a week or two since the last time I was working on this mini diffuser packaging vlog. I've just been really busy in the background with pouring and testing and also printing. So let me show you what I've been working on. Don't look at my glasses, they are atrocious, okay? I'm a busy gal, let's go. First of all, here are my stickers. I'm gonna use these to close the tissue paper on my packages. Um, there is a defect on a couple of these, but that's my fault. I think the sheet was actually dirty, or I touched it with my oily fingers or whatever, so my fault. But there's definitely a few on here that are usable, and I'm very excited to use these cute little logo stickers to close the tissue on my packages. Hi to my coworker for today. I am also so excited about these. I have some cute little postcard sized cards to go in my packages. And I also have a thank you card that is similar in design to this. So these will also be in the packages with the mini diffusers. Very, very exciting. I want to make sure everybody knows how to properly and safely use their products. Okay, and last little update for right now. I also got a stamp because I have these cool little bags over here, where I will put the mini diffusers in here. I just want to make them look very giftable and professional. And if they're sold wholesale eventually, I think this will be a really nice way to do it, at least in the beginning. So I'm actually planning to stamp, hopefully, the back of these envelopes with this stamp. So let's take a look and see how it looks. How cute is that? Hi guys, it's a new day. We're going to quickly work on some packaging for these mini diffuser samplers that I'm going to send out. I'm sending out 3 packages, and I'm also hand delivering a couple to some friends and acquaintances near me to get some unbiased feedback. So we should have a good mixture of feedback. I also do have men in my survey pool, so should be really, I hope, really good, solid feedback. But they're going to be evaluating the packaging, the branding, the performance, obviously, safety, how it arrived in shipping. So I'm excited to get these out so we can get some feedback. And this is the best part, in my opinion. I'm really, really stoked to work on the packaging. So let's go do that. Okay, I think it's safe for me to speak now. My son just was rolling around next door in his room. He's taking a nap, so I was trying to be quiet. Let's just try this out on one of these and see what we think. I'm not positive that this is going to work. I think these might be a little too small, but we will give it a try. So I've stamped it. These are actually for gift cards, in case anyone was wondering. So that's why I think it's not maybe perfect. I was thinking they would fit better, but it's okay. We're gonna try. And I actually have these photo stickers. I use these in my son's baby book and annual photo albums that I do. So I just had these laying around. They're just like double-sided little sticker dots, basically. So as you can see, it's a little bit of a tight fit. I might do it like this for now, but I'll probably look for something similar, but a little bit larger. I always have to look to make sure I have the right side, because it's not printed on the top like normal. I don't really know why they didn't do that, but it's fine. Okay. Okay, everything is all packaged up in envelopes, and now we have to do something that I am historically very bad at, which is assembling boxes. Yes, I can do it. Here is something so exciting. I finally get to use my tape. This is water activated tape. I do not have a dispenser yet. I probably will invest in that. But apparently you just snip off the section, put water on it, put it on, and one sheet, like one strip, should be good. So let's just take a look and see. See if it works. Next time I'll be more prepared with like a little Tupperware with water or something. Okay, we're going to give it a little wipe with water. I don't know how much is good enough, but that's what we're gonna do. Dry. I feel like that was definitely a better way to do it. It's as good as I can do for today. All right. The next step is going to be tissue paper. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it. I just have an idea. Okay. Let's do peanuts. I have too many peanuts in here because we also have to get cards on the top as well. So now the next question becomes, should I close it and then put the cards on top? I think so. Otherwise they'll get smushed. Okay, so this is what it looks like right now. We're gonna see how they do in transit. Hopefully they will be fine. I'm gonna try to kind of wrap them in nice and tight, like so. And then I'm gonna grab one of my stickers. This one looks nice. Honestly, this is like my favorite part. It feels like a dream coming true. I have to tell you though, I think that this is incorrect. I think that it printed with black and it's supposed to be green, but I'm gonna let that go for right now, but we will change it and make sure it's right. The wrapping skills I was taught as a child by my nanny are coming into play here. Okay. All right, so this is what it currently looks like. And then I have a thank you card as well as a care card. I'm gonna put these right on top, just like so. And it's actually like pretty much ready to go. The only other thing that needs to be addressed is I need a card in here with a QR code for feedback. So I need to work on that before I can actually tape this up, but it feels pretty darn secure. So the plan will be to do another strip of tape, and then the shipping label will likely go here. And they're 4x6 labels, so that should fit just fine. So now I need to decide. I think I might stamp one side just for fun. Let's see what we think. This is all for practice and trial and feedback. So look how cute. Love it. I'm going to finish packaging these up. Just like I did for that one, and working on the feedback form with a QR code. So that's all I'm going to do is just work on that, add that last card to the package, and then put my final strip of tape on, and then work on shipping labels, which will be another thing that I have to teach myself. and I'll be using my Rollo thermal printer for the first time for that. So that's really exciting. But when I take these to the post office, hopefully this week, I will take you along and we can celebrate together.
As you can probably tell, I made it to the post office today. It is Monday afternoon and absolutely slammed in there. So I didn't do any filming in the post office, but I did just drop off my first few packages there. And I am so pleased. I'm really happy with how the label making went for shipping. It was super easy. I used Pirate Ship with my new Rollo printer, so perfect little setup. It worked great. And I'm really excited for the recipients to receive those packages and to give me their feedback on the car diffusers. Thank you for being here and following along over the last few days. I know it's taken me several days to put these clips together, to film and put them together, so it's been a long time coming. If you're not following me on Instagram, it's at Chronicle Home Co. over there. And if you're not already subscribed to this channel, I'd greatly appreciate it if you would like to subscribe and like this video. Thank you for spending your time here. See you again soon.